Say it ain't so. Mr. Hollis Map, say it ain't so. Oh gosh, what we gonna do?
Drinking, we just having fun. When it's time to party, carry all on. That's my party addiction, that's my party.
Well, Mr. Killa made a post on his Instagram. I don't know if it was this morning, but it was very recently. Made a post on his Instagram. Everybody seen that one clip of him and the Juve party. The dude do a moonwalk, turn around, start to get the girl a walk, get her hard walk like a real Grenadian. Do a spin around, cartwheel on a handstand, whop, 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 whop. Hard wine, pull the girl down. Yeah, Mr. Showman. But I guess everybody was I guess it's a sleight of hand effect or like the misdirection effect. Right under that, he said, "Yo, next year, so that's a good chance I might be retiring." And it could have been tongue in cheek or to get a reaction or something, but this is something to really consider. You know, Mr. Killa is not a young man. I know Mr. Killa in the past 4 or 5 years has really started to surface to the entire soca world. But Mr. Killa, before he was Mr. Killa, he was Baby Killa, right there in Spice Mass, doing I say they would, Cadon, I say they would. If you don't know that track, you don't know Mr. Killa. But this is a real thing to consider. You know, Mr. Killa is pushing 40, and it's not the same 40 like the 40 years of Masha Montano. It's not the same 40 like a Alison Hines 40 or a Destra 40. Mr. Killa is a bona fide performer, and he has to watch himself. People watch if you look at people like LeBron James does lots, like a lot, just to make sure that he can still have a 40-inch vertical at dang near 40 years old. Mr. Killa is when you work in the entertainment industry, you can't be a dancer all the time. You know, we've seen it with Michael Jackson. Even when Michael Jackson towards the age of good, he wasn't dancing like a young Michael Jackson. And it sucks because the longevity of some of our top soca artists isn't what it is to be. And to become a top soca artist, you don't do it overnight. You know, unless you're coming out of Trinidad, you're not gonna do it overnight. Problem Child was on the circuit for a long time before he came Problem Child we know today. Skinny Fabulous too, Skinny Bantan too, Lava Man too, Asa Bantan used to come to Houston all the time doing small shows, and the only reason it worked is because they had a large Dominican population down in Houston. But Asa Bantan, now it took a long time to reach that little boy. A lot of these soca artists, the top ones, it took a long time for them to own their craft and become who they are. I remember when Mr. Killa was Baby Killa doing small shows. If you know his story, he'll tell you how Mr. Killa used to go to Trinidad, don't even know what he gonna eat the next morning. Go to Trinidad, sleep in Trinidad, wake up, no money, no nothing, just to do a show and come back broke. And it's a sad thing because the majority of our soca artists, they you know, they don't have no big car, they don't have no big money. You know, they do it because of their love for the art form. That's why I don't let nobody disrespect soca music. Like even like some of my they don't do it out of hate, but like when you go to the Jamaican DJs and they'll say, "Oh, you give me a soca," like, nobody don't want soca. Soca don't have no movement. Soca don't have this. Soca just a bunch of dude. Boy, I don't let nobody disrespect soca because I see how it have people. These dudes are making beats in their closet, especially if you're not coming out of Trinidad. These dudes making beats in their closet. They paying for studio time, and they saving up this money all year, putting up they funds so that they can have studio time. And it's for this that I appreciate Mr. Killa. Towards this point in his career, in the last 5 6 years or so, you will notice that he hasn't been putting out as much music as he used to, or as much quality music as he used to. Like Problem Child is around the same 10 years as Mr. Killa. Yes, but you're seeing Problem Child putting out quality hit after hit after hit. And Mr. Killa has shifted his focus to developing the next generation of soca music, and that's on top of touring. You see these men, Mr. Killa, going in places where you usually don't see soca parties, where you don't see soca events. This man goes to China. You know, China not gonna let you wind up on a woman. Mr. Killa going to China. Mr. Killa going to a Ibiza Soca Festival. He going to parts of Spain. He going to Australia, where it doesn't have a strong West Indian population, but he's trying to push soca because he wants to take soca to the moon. He's investing in new people out of Grenada, and that's not even soca alone. He's doing it for the farmers. He's trying to push farming again in the West Indies, make it a cool thing, and that much I appreciate. And now he's getting old. He's stressing out. It's a real possibility we're gonna be seeing the last of Mr. Killa. And if you never seen Mr. Killa on stage, you better hurry up and do it now. Sure, you may get like one little piece of this, one little piece of that, here and there, but I don't think it's a very real possibility we're gonna not see Mr. Killa. So give the man his flowers while he's here. I appreciate what he does for the soca culture. When it comes to promoting soca and making what soca what it could be, he's one of the all-time legends of soca. In fact, when he's done, I say Mr. Killa will be like the best soca artist overall of all time. I'm talking about better than Masha Montano. Yeah, what you say about Masha? No, I think Mr. Killa is like the full package of what we always wanted in soca music. And the question is, if you know his history, he started off as a dancer before he ever made soca music. He was a background dancer, and I'm wondering like who's next to do it like Mr. Killa. The dance moves, the swag, the musical talent, the drive, and he's inspirational. He teaches, like he pushed the children to dance. Like me, prior to Mr. Killa, I wasn't the kind of person who wanna wind on wasting things because I was also of the mindset like yo, maybe it's kind of girly, maybe the girls don't like it. But when I see Mr. Killa, I used to practice, to this day, I practice all of Mr. Killa's moves. And it's like I'm not a true Grenadian because I grew up in the States. But as a person in the Grenadian diaspora, the pride I felt when I seen Mr. Killa do his thing on the stage, the pride I feel when I see Mr. Killa go to Trinidad and take Soca Mana, the pride I feel when I see him do his dance moves, and even Jamaica, even the Jamaicans have to say, yo, this dude is bad. This dude is the real deal. It saddens me that, there's truth in jokes. There's truth in tongue-in-cheek. Even though he's saying, I'm thinking about retiring, there's a truth to it. Even if he's joking right now, in the next 5 years or so, Mr. Killa may be done. The dude is pushing 40 now. You see, even now he's starting to get a little bit of a gut. I know you don't act like you don't know this. Yeah, the belly fat is down, but you see he's starting to get a little bit of a gut. Maybe he wants to get married. What's his name? Problem Child made a video saying who's a wild man in the streets, and they say Mr. Killa's a dog in the streets, he have all kind of gut, but he's getting up in age. Maybe he wants to start a family, get married. You can't do that if you're a soca artist. Tall Pre just got married. Lil Natty and Thunder and them just got married. Lead Nick. And I know this is only Grenadian artists, but as far as who I follow in terms of social media closely, I just know them. But I know I have other artists who recently getting married because our old artists are getting up there. So the question is, who's next? Who's the next person like Mr. Killa that's the full package? We don't know. And it really saddens me because this dude gave me a lot of pride. He gave me pride in my Grenada. Yeah, I'm not a true Grenadian, but I could call it my Grenada. He made me want to be Grenadian. He made me look them Trinidadians in the face, be like, Grenada bad. Look the Jamaicans in the face, say, Grenada bad. Look everybody in the face, who badder than Grenada? Mr. Killa was that person. And I just, I don't know. But I don't know, let me know what you think.
Hold on. Anybody say more Mr. Killa?